for me. You ain't ready for me. Yeah, what? You ain't ready for me. You ain't ready for me. You ain't ready for me. Yeah, what? You ain't ready for me. You ain't ready for me. You ain't ready for me. Yeah, what? You ain't ready for me. You ain't ready for me. You ain't ready for me. Ready for me, you ain't ready for me, you ain't ready for me, yeah, what? You ain't ready for me, you ain't ready for me, you ain't ready for me, yeah, what? You ain't ready for me, you ain't ready for me, you ain't ready for me, yeah, what? You ain't ready.
What's up, everybody? It's ShaddyDread, Funko Hunter Guide. You follow us at Red Cloud Village on Instagram, and also catch us on Spotify with our podcast conversations. Today, I got before me is another Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. From the character you can see on the case, it is the boy who just had a birthday, Seto Kaiba. So I'll be giving you guys a look at my exclusive Blue Eyes deck. I'll call it the Eyes of Blue deck pretty much because years ago they came out with a structured deck surrounded with the Eyes of Blue, the Blue Eyes whole archetype, and I pretty much took pretty much that deck and new mage cards and added them to them. First, we're going to start off with the extra deck zone as always. First card from the extra deck is Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. This dragon is pretty much comprised of all three Blue Eyes. There is an alternative Blue Eyes that can be fusion with it that will give it different abilities, as you can see on this card. Next will be Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. This card is just two Blue Eyes. I'm actually happy they finally made a fusion card with two different Blue Eyes, because sometimes it's kind of hard to pull third, but nowadays it's really not. First of the dragons, I placed him in here just because he's a kind of a dope OP dragon monster, and one of his fusion materials is a requirement of a normal dragon monster, which is Blue Eyes. Little XZs, Thunder and Dragon. Doesn't really look like Blue Eyes, but it is a light dragon type monster, and Blue Eyes do have 8 stars, so might as well add you in. Of course, Blue Eyes Ultimate. Now this is from the movie Blue Eyes Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Sorry about that, guys. Too many Blue Eyes. Got Blue Eyes on my mind. You pretty much can, this guy, use your extra deck and take fusion monsters out of it, and he can attack twice per turn up to how many dragons you're pretty much done out from your extra deck. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, which is a synchro Blue Eyes monster. It's pretty helpful when I duel with my friends using this card. All of us, we really don't use him. A lot of us use the Blue Eyes deck, but we kind of don't use this card, but he's still good, stable. Few tokens. Nice little artwork. Love this artwork. It's my favorite one. Another Blue Eyes Ultimate. Legendary Dragon of White. Tournament rule is that you can't really play this in a duel if you do competitive play, but if you do play this for fun, you can actually win if you attack opponent's life points directly. King of Dragoon. If everyone remember this from childhood, this card pretty much is the fusion version with Lord of D and Divine Dragon Ragnarok. He pretty much help you keep all your dragon monsters at bay. Zero as Silver Dragon. Zero actually means blue, so it pretty much is Blue Eyes. They just gave him a dope name, which I actually like. And that's it for the extra deck. Now let's go into the main deck. My main deck is comprised of 50 cards. A lot of people play with the whole 40 attribute cards, but I personally play with 60 to 50, 55. The lowest I'll go is at least about 45. I can go 40. It's just, if you have a limit cap, I'll rather play it to the max. Like, they didn't make all these cards just so you could have a limitation of just a couple cards in your deck. But that's here and there. First card, as you see, is the big bad boy. This, I look at, is the big deck boss monster now in a Blue Eyes suit. It is Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. I love this card. This card really can defeat him. Battle. Unless you pretty much can outbeat that 4,000, which nowadays is pretty possible. But he cannot be destroyed by card effects, so he's pretty much like an Egyptian god of Blue Eyes. Polymerization, so you get all them fusion bad boys popping off. Bingo Machine Goes, one of the magic Blue Eyes cards that will help the archetype grow. Made in with Eyes of Blues. Like I said earlier, I took the pretty much Blue Eyes structure deck and combined it with a bunch of New Age cards and just made it into a whole dope Blue Eyes deck. But I had to purchase a bunch of hollow ones though, because I wanted hollows. Ancient Rules. Gotta get a hollow of this. Deep Eyes White Dragon. This is another movie Blue Eyes New Edition card. It's pretty decent. It kind of helps you gain a monster back on the field once the Blue Eyes monster is destroyed. Neo Kaiser Glider. Everybody remember from back in the day, the Kaiser Glider dragon that was pretty shiny. This one pretty much is a movie edition version of it, and it's pretty dope. I like what they did with the Neo Kaiser Glider. Sage with Eyes of Blue. This actually might be my favorite art of all the sages. Silver Cry. I love this magic card. Just how the Blue Eyes White Dragon is standing over the moon set and is just crying out. It could actually be not a Blue Eyes, but it does look like one. Chaos Form. Chaos Form, this is the ritual card, as you see, is for Chaos Max Dragon, or any type of chaotic monster. Divine Dragon Ragnarok. This is the stable card to get that fusion bad boy out. Light of Redemption. This is a good light attribute card for a light attribute deck. This is a newer age card that just came out this year. Strength and Unity. It's pretty much a Dark Magician and Blue Eyes support. I pretty much had to add it in here just because I have so many Blue Eyes cards and Blue Eyes rituals and fusion monsters that are going to be popping out of this deck. So negate attack, always good. Like I stated earlier, Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. This card, I ain't gonna lie, they could have just made Blue Eyes like this from the jump, and duel monsters would have never changed. It probably would actually got better because they would have made and progressively made better cards. But that's why people now are doing their diligence, I guess, at Konami and making sweet bad boys like this. Burst Stream of Destruction is pretty much the Blue Eyes move set card, which artwork, it looks good. Dragon Spirit of White, sorry. This is pretty much a, I guess you could say not a baby Blue Eyes, but probably like a more teenage adult Blue Eyes. And Blue Eyes is probably like Blue Eyes, like, in its prime. Beacon of White. Equip card that allows you pretty much to get a Blue Eyes from the graveyard if you can have more than 3 in the grave. Dragon Shrine. This can actually help out with that equip card because it sends 2 dragon monsters from your deck to the graveyard. Return of Dragon Lords. Well, I didn't purposely line them up like this, but just as you see right here, sends dragons to the graveyard. This will actually get one of those dragons back. Advanced Ritual is one of the new age ritual cards that I pretty much put in every deck that has a ritual monster and has a good amount of normal monsters. This card requires normal monsters to be sent from your deck to summon a ritual monster from your hand, which is one of the best type of combo plays you could play in a Blue Eyes structure deck or a Dark Magician structure deck. Shiny Angel allows me to get 1 light monster from my deck that is 1500 or less. Another different Blue Eyes artwork. Successor Soul. This card, I love this card. It's a newer card. It helps you pretty much stop any type of effect monster from harming your normal monster, which is your Blue Eyes. Dragon's Mirror. If you have pretty much materials in your graveyard, you can use this card to gain a fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing them materials. Blue Eyes Solid Dragon, another newer type Blue Eyes monster. I haven't really used him as much, his effects, but he pretty much recycles and you can gain a different type of Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck with him. Castle of Dragon Souls. This card comes pretty handy when you're trying to like do combo plays, gain a couple little extra attacks, and then later on it can be used as a good combo play to get a card from your banished area to be special summoned back on the field. Another one of the 10 special cards, Destined Rivals. As you see, this is a Blue Eyes and Dark Magician trap card effect. It helps keep those cards up and your opponent, all their effects are negated that turn though, not everlasting. Charge Soul, what, a price of 1,000 plus? You can gain back any monster in your graveyard. Got a couple thousand, you got a couple dope monsters. Since it's Blue Eyes deck, oh, you will have a couple of those. Might as well keep spinning. Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon. This one I honestly have not really used this card that much either. A lot of people don't really favor this card, but this card has a crazy combo that I was actually looking into on another YouTuber's channel. He was explaining it, and honestly, before he even explained it, I even was looking at the card like, you know what? There's a couple combos I know you can play with that if you do it the right way. Hopefully one day I'll get a chance. The King of D. This card is pretty much Lord of D. They just had to bruise up his picture a little bit, you know what I'm saying, with the guitars, give him a little heart, little better little cinematicness on him. As you can see, I have a board down here that actually got a picture of him. Oh yeah, King of D, kind of giggity, kind of happy they remade him. He has a lot of different effects, a lot of different magic cards that goes with him other than a flute. Summoning dragons. He's pretty much what he truly should be. Stone, the white stone of ancients. I guess you could say this is like the hidden stone that pretty much helps transcend Blue Eyes monsters into synchro monsters. It's not an egg, I would say, because there is an egg Blue Eyes card. Mausoleum of the White. This is the field card that is the stable for all Blue Eyes monsters that helps tuner cards and other Sages of White. Sages of Blue, actually. Let me say white because it's white. Crystal Dragon. It's another type of Kaiba movie card that is very useful for the Blue Eyes attribute. And once again, it's a light monster. Flute of Summoning Dragons, like I said before. This is one of the stable cards that goes with Lord of D or King of D. Ray of Hope. Ray of Hope allows you to gain 2 light monsters from your graveyard and place them in your deck. This is one of, I say, one of mine. Just regularly, I just came across a local store that just had a bin of cards, and I seen it, and I'm like, I can actually use this card. There's so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards that you technically don't know what cards are out unless you really got a Cyclopedia brain for them. Raider of the Stormwinds. It's a light tuner monster again for my synchros. I put this card in here just because it helps with normal dragon monsters, and if it's equipped to a monster and you don't really use it as its tuner abilities right away, this card bounces off as pretty much a shield that will help keep that card on the field. Blue Eye Shining Dragon. This is, I say, would be like the god. Another god of this deck. Blue Eye Shining Dragon is a movie card from one of the back in the day Pyramid of Light. It is a dope card that you have to pretty much get your fusion card out. Blue Eye Ultimate Dragon. And once that happens, this card is pretty much powerful. You can't stop him at all. Another alternative Blue Eyes artwork. This is from a movie also, Dark Dimensions. Soul Weaver, another New Age type of light monster that is a support for dragon types. Kaiba. Melody of the Awakening Dragons, like I was saying earlier, card that can actually help out that King of D is supported by. But you technically don't need King of D for this. This is just has him on the cover, which is dope. Herald of Creation, another light supporting type card, and I'll say a Blue Eye supporter card, because this card can actually get Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard and place it back in your hand. Neutron Blast. This is a fusion magic card that will help out fusion. So fusion support magic card that helps out fusion monsters. Well, one particular Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. It's pretty much his move. Kaiba, man. Everybody pretty much know what this card is get from. It's Kaiba. Just in the whole Blue Eyes get up. Looking crazy. I do find it weird that they made his hair orange, though. Master of the Eyes of Blue. One of the sages, like I said, of the mausoleum. Actually, this is the sage on the mausoleum picture. Might be the mausoleum in the back, actually. Another Dragon Spirit of the White. Again, like, love this card. I always have to put it in my deck. I need to get actually more Crystal Dragons. Priestess with Eyes of Blue. This, I would say, is my second favorite artwork. Paladin of the White Dragon. I gotta read a ultra rare, super rare in this too. I'm gonna have to look into one of my boxes. I might actually just got one in one of them boxes. But this card, I like it. It helps get a Blue Eyes Dragon out from your deck if need be. But yeah, it goes to a bunch of requirements, so hey. But with his attack power, I should be able to get it done. Protector with Eyes of Blue. Another Sage type card that helps out, again, Tuner, to get the Synchro material back. White Stone of Legend. Like I was saying earlier, this is pretty much the egg of a Blue Eyes. That'll help you acquire your Blue Eyes White Dragon faster from your deck. Dragon Revival Rhapsody. As you can see, Tidal Waves, Blue Eyes. Here he is again with that guitar just playing his tune. Another little support card. Another alternative work. Blue Eye, this was my favorite alternative work as a kid. Like, I have stories about this card. I think you actually heard me and Glitch talk about one of the stories, like going up to the kid, trying to actually battle them. If they didn't give up with the card at the end, like a rare hunter, you'll force it. This was one of the cards. This isn't the current card, sadly. I don't want to talk about that. One of my other villagers know what I'm talking about, because it's a childhood memory I won't let go. And that is it. Again, this is ShaddyDread, Funko Hunter God, Blue Eyes. If you guys want any different deck provals, like, comment, subscribe the vid, and down in the comments section, just give me what type of deck profile you'll actually see next. If I have the archetype, I'll definitely create it. If not, I'll have to work on it, and I'll let you know as soon as I get them, and I'll create them. Till next time, guys.